familiar with the situation, the two flights carrying the Venezuelans were still in the air when the judge made the ruling. Now, this whole case, it stems from a lawsuit filed by 5 Venezuelan men who are in a U.S. immigration detention center, and they argue that the law should not apply because the U.S. is not at war with Venezuela. The critics of the president, they say that he is testing the limits on immigration, and Friday, during a visit to the Department of Justice, Trump shared more on his approach to handling immigration issues. Let's hear what he had to say.
They said, no, people that come into our country are all wonderful people. No, they're not welcome.
Well, the Trump administration...
Killers, killers. If you got a killer, your killer's not better than my killer. They all bad. Jesus.
Exactly. So, as part of this deal, the Trump administration will pay El Salvador $6 million to hold 300 gang members for a year. And this case, though, is far from over. It's set to go to the Supreme Court, with the Trump administration saying they expect to win. The next hearing for this case is set for March 21st. And so moving on, there seems to still be, though, some confusion on who runs Doge. Newly obtained court filings are clarifying, though, who does what for the Department of Government Efficiency. In a declaration included in the court filing, Amy Gleason, the acting administrator of Doge, she wrote that Elon Musk does not work for the USDS. She also wrote that she does not report to him and he does not report to her. However, Musk has been he's been the public face of Doge for months. But according to White House officials, he has no actual title or formal authority to make these decisions. And these filings come as part of a new lawsuit against Doge by the government watchdog group Crew. They are seeking more transparency from the department. A judge recently ruled that Doge must release certain records under the Freedom of Information Act. They're citing concerns about unusual secrecy happening within Doge. But in response, Doge, they filed a motion on Friday, and they are asking the judge to reconsider, saying that they are not subject to the Freedom of Information Act.
Now we just playing with names, right? Because we all know that Musk has been the face of Doge for months since his origin. But now we're saying, well, he doesn't run it as far as who works for the government. We know Musk. We know Musk runs this. So what are we playing with these games about? We know who runs Doge.
We do, and we know who's behind, the layoffs and all the things that are happening right now. And so, yeah, they're just trying to play semantics with this. So
it makes no sense. We know who runs Doge. He doesn't have to answer to anybody. So yeah, we pretty much know who runs it and who gets things done over at Doge.
Exactly. We have time for one more?
No, we got to do it when we come back.
Okay. All right, so coming up at 7, with tax season underway, the Better Business Bureau, they're warning about a new scam targeting your personal info. We'll give you all the details at 7.
All right, everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Let us know how your weekend was, what you did this weekend. I know Jess was out in Atlanta. I was at a Dance Dad convention, and I've been trying to figure out, Jess, why do they do these conventions during big weekends? March Madness, Super Bowl, All-Star, Grammy. Like, there's weekends in between that have nothing.
They don't care. Them kids gotta dance.
Them kids gotta dance.
This industry is big too.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
All right, but get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get into some front page news. Mimi filling in for Morgan. What up, Mimi?
What up, y'all? Okay, so this morning, Donald Trump is waking up and choosing violence. He is claiming, he made a post on Truth Social after midnight saying that former President Joe Biden's preemptive pardons of the January 6th Select Committee and others are void, vacant, and of no future force of effect. Now, like I said, he made this post on Truth Social. He went on to say that members of the former January 6th committee, that they would now be subject to investigation at the highest level and accuse them of being responsible for their own pardons without Biden's knowledge. He claimed the pardons were done by a device that replicates a person's signature.
Well, I mean, we're in a post-constitutional America now. If Trump is allowed to do that, then we're just post-law. So nothing matters if nothing matters. It's completely.
How do you do that?
I don't know. And to be honest with you, I don't know if he has the power to do it or not, because I've never seen a president do it. And Donald Trump has shown me, quite often that presidents just.
And meanwhile, with all that going on, the Democratic Party is facing criticism as a new CNN poll shows its approval rating is at an all-time low, just 29%. Now, according to the poll, Democratic leaders do not do enough to stand up to President Trump. This is winning.
But they for whatever.
If you qualify for one, you'll receive it in the mail, and don't click on the link. So that's your front page news.
Check out video of the full show on Tubi, free.
Well, he dropped the song with Kanye dropped the song with Diddy and his daughter.
Every day, all day long, all for free. Just search
Kanye dropped a new song via his X account. The song is called Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine. This song features Diddy. It features Christian Combs, who is Diddy's son. It features Northwest, who is the son of Kim Kardashian and Kanye. And then it features Jasmine Williams, who is a new Yeezy artist.
That's the daughter of Kanye. You said the son. I'm sorry, the daughter of.
Yes, Northwest suggests the daughter of Kim.
Kanye. You said the son. I'm sorry, the daughter of.
Is that my speakers? Or is that her? Right?
And then a girl named Jasmine Williams, who is a new Yeezy artist. Now let's take a listen to the opening of the song, which opens with Diddy on a phone call.
Yeah, absolutely. I love you so much, man. It's like you raised me even when I didn't know you. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Now, after that part happens, there's, Jasmine, who is the Yeezy artist, comes in. There's a ton of singing. But then you hear a verse from Northwest. Let's take a listen to Northwest.
When you see me shining, then you see the light. Run into the jungle, I can see the rise. Surrounded by fake friends I don't even like. When you see me shining, then you see the light. When you see me shining, then you see the light. Everything that we hold, you were right, you were right, you were right. Okay, good now, okay, good now.
I ain't gonna hold you. I like it. I like her verse. I didn't know Kanye had artists.
I didn't know he had new artists either.
Like new artists. Like
Yeah.
he was somebody still crazy enough to sign with him.
I didn't know that
I
either.
mean, he's still a genius when it comes to production, so I'm sure people
Yeah,
use it for his production, but in his
But his
artistry.
behavior overshadows all
Mhm.
that now. Like he's such a liability. It's like he's so reckless. I wouldn't know how to trust my career in his hands.
For
I
somebody-
signed a Nick Cannon before.
Really?
Kanye West now.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I feel like
No, you wouldn't.
Kanye West now.
No, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't go too far with that
No, you
one.
wouldn't.
But I will say
You go
this.
independent. You rather be
Before, yeah, before
You
time,
like
They can't in the Kanye, I'll be Andy.
But if an artist has nothing, if an artist has nothing, no deal, nothing in the play,
Yeah.
and Kanye West is waiting in the wing, because he's still a musical genius, you might test the waters.
Well, this song, because Kanye West came out with new branding for Sunday Service. He said Sunday Service is returning, which is the big outside like church concert he would do every Sunday. This was supposed to release during Sunday Service, but Kim Kardashian wasn't having it. So she had heard this song prior to its release. She sent legal letters demanding a cease and desist. She didn't want this to come out. She asked for an emergency hearing with a mediator and a judge. They got the hearing. Kanye did not attend. And at some point, Ye promised her that this song would not drop, and then it pops up on his X account. He posted to his X account. So then there's a Twitter exchange that Ye is claiming is between him and Kim Kardashian. So they're having a conversation about the trademarks, because Kim and the Kardashians trademark all their kids' names. So he's basically upset because of the trademark, she's able to say no, you can't have her on this song. So she's like, yo, I asked you when they were kids, could I trademark their names? You said yes. When she turns 18, it goes to her. Stop it. I sent the paperwork over so that the Diddy song would not be released to protect her. One person has to trademark it. So he's saying, so then Kanye responds, amend it or I'm going to war, and neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me. This is what he responds to Kim Kardashian over her not wanting Northwest on this song.
Jeez.
Which
The parents, they both should agree on what they want their child to do, right? One shouldn't make a decision without the other one's okay or nay, right? That's how it should be as co-parenting.
I also think as you know, and I'm not a parent, so y'all let me know if I'm tripping. But if I'm her father, I would want her on a song, even if your attention is good, to try and bring this other side to this Diddy situation. There's too much going on with him right now to put my daughter on this
I
song.
mean, you don't even need to be a parent to
Common sense.
like.
I just want to make sure
that.
people be like,
No,
"Oh, you ain't no parent." Well,
no, I get it, but
my common sense
right.
stepped in.
You're right.
And Kanye West is just boring. Like out of all the things Kanye has become that we don't like, boring is the one I thought I would never see coming. He's just boring. And what makes him even more boring is the fact he's such a tryhard. He tries so hard to be provocative. He tries so hard to be controversial. And he just comes off as boring. He's just boring.
It's just because we know what he's trying to do now.
Yeah, I just hate to see that his baby girl, who actually loves to do music, she's excited to do
she
music.
sounds great.
Yes, it's wrapped up into this, and you know what I mean. And she thinks her dad is her hero, so she's she's gonna it's her dad.
Right.
But it's just I hate to see kids involved in the middle of stuff like this. So Kim, from what the sources have told TMZ, who broke this exclusive information from Kim's side of it, she's not backing down. She has reached out to everybody she can about getting this removed everywhere, and she's not going to stop until it does. So
She wants to protect her daughter as she should.
yeah. Well, and rapping really quickly, A Boogie with the hoodie was involved in a car accident over the weekend. So this car accident happened 1 a.m. in New York. I believe this was Saturday. Yes, I'm gonna show you guys the car. So this is March 15th. So this was Saturday. So the car, I'm gonna show you guys a picture, but for all the listeners, I'm gonna just describe it. The hood was completely removed off of the car by the time it got on the tow truck. He is literally, like, I would say, lucky to be alive. He was not harmed at all. His team did confirm to TMZ that this was his car and he was involved in an accident, but he is fine. He didn't even go to the hospital. And yeah, like if you look at this car,
that's his Ferrari too.
Yeah, it's bent up. It's completely bent up. So
God bless.
Yeah, God bless.
God bless him. Yes, for sure. So yeah, sending some prayers to him, because I'm sure. I mean, I would be completely shaken up. And it was he was the only car involved in the collision too. It was only one car.
What did he hit?
I'm not for
He
sure.
might have lost control. He might have hit something. Like I said, he was in a Ferrari.
Yeah, I'm not for sure what he hit, but it was only a one car collision.
All right.
Well, happy St. Patrick's Day too. Today is White People's Cinco de Mayo. Dropping the clues bombs. Where everybody's celebrating the St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. I sat there thinking to myself, I can't believe that was the time we would walk around pinching strangers because they wasn't wearing green.
You did that?
People did that all the time, just violate folks' boundaries.
Did y'all do that?
No.
I never knew that was a thing.
Never even cared.
We went out and got drunk, but like,
You was not getting drunk in school. Maybe you were. Maybe you were actually. You know what? Maybe you were. You getting drunk in elementary school.
No. I mean, in like college. I wasn't even old enough to drink in elementary school and grade school.
Nah, in grade school, elementary school, they told you to wear green. Everybody wore green, but that was about it. That's as far as.
And they encouraged pinching people if they didn't wear green.
I never heard that.
Adults.
My grandma would pinch us, but it wasn't for St. Patrick's Day. It was like he was loud in church or something.
You deserve to get pinched.
Is that why you wearing green?
No, it's actually not.
Oh. I got the spirit up here.
No, it's
Are
not.
y'all going out and celebrating?
Oh, celebrating what? I don't even know what St. Patrick's Day is. When I think of St. Patrick's Day, I think of ghosts. When I think of St. Patrick's Day,
James St. Patrick?
I don't think of nothing else. I don't even know what St. Patrick's Day means as a holiday. I have no idea.
I mean, it's Irish. It's for the Irish people, right?
Yeah.
And I'm Irish.
Me too.
Y'all the ancestry.com?
McKelvey. Yes.
KC.
Because when it comes, what? Casey.
Yes. I'm Irish.
If I take y'all with me, I get discounts on my shots.
Definitely. All right. All right, when we come back, we got front page news, and then Brandon T. Jackson, actor, will be joining us. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
Breakfast Club.
I can't believe you get to do this every day.
Being the groundskeeper is a great gig. Who else gets to enjoy the smell of fresh cut ballpark grass first thing in the morning?
Hey, Verde, welcome back to my apartment with the cooking show. And today we're going to make a really fun recipe that maybe you ate growing up at home in the suburbs, going to the carnival and the county fair. It's fried ice cream, funnel cake, and homemade hot fudge sauce. Kick back, grab your cocktail, Sicily, we're going big. First things first, we're gonna make our fried ice cream, which is so delicious. One thing that you need to do ahead of time is take your ice cream out of the freezer to soften. And what's the best way to do that? Sunlit softened ice cream. We've got our ice cream nicely softened. Ooh, it is softened just right. So perfect. It's perfectly softened. It's just regular vanilla. I do love vanilla ice cream, okay? You could make fried ice cream with any flavor. I think that vanilla is very classic. And goddamn, vanilla's good. Okay, I should stop eating all of this because we're gonna need to fry some of this now. We're gonna make some ice cream balls. So, oh, Ian's eating ice cream too. What flavor you got there, buddy?
I have fish food, Ben and Jerry's.
Yum, fish food is so good. We're gonna start by rolling out some balls of ice cream. So again, you can use any flavor you want. Oh my god, that was the perfect scoop. It's like perfectly round. It melts really fast in case you didn't know that about ice cream. So you gotta work quickly here, people. We're gonna take our hands a little bit in a little rubber glove. Just like that. And I'm just gonna kind of like form it a little bit more. I'm just gonna throw this right in the freezer. The thing about fried ice cream is that, you know, no one really knows exactly where it was invented necessarily. Some people think that it was invented at 1893 Chicago World's Fair. Other people think it was invented by Japanese immigrants, and it was like the tempura kind of batter. The way we're going to batter this is we're going to do a combination of classic little vanilla wafer and cornflakes. You know when you can just find like the largest cornflake ever? And mainly, I think it's really fun to do this. It's like so satisfying. Also, just eat it. Okay. The texture, it feels good to do. It sounds so good. It's so satisfying. Now you don't want to cut these up too much because you want texture. Like the whole thing is like you're making a really nice little texture on this. And now we're going to do the same thing, but not at all with our vanilla wafers. This ends up being like a really fun kind of cookie shell. I'm going to call it a cookie cereal shell, you know? And we're spicing it up with a little bit of cardamom and ground cinnamon. Ground cinnamon, I think, in fried ice cream is pretty classic when you think about it. So we're going to crush these. Oh, it smells so good. Again, that nice vanilla flavor that I love. We're going to add in our cardamom and our cinnamon. Cardamom and cinnamon. And we're going to do a little bit of salt because you have to have a little bit of salt just to help kind of balance the flavor out with this. Give it a nice toss. The crushed vanilla cookies. It's going to act almost like flour would when you're crumbing something. And then the cornflakes are going to be that nice kind of like breadcrumbs. Okay. So, I mean, you can see this shit melted a little bit in here because it's so soft. But this is fine. I got my little glove over here. And I'm going to roll it into my crumbleina. But you can see now I can like form it a little bit easier. And you got to move fast with this, okay? So we're going to do it one time into the crumbs. And we're going to freeze it for another hour. And then we're going to crumb it like another 2 times. It flattened out a bit, but it's okay because we just reform it with our little gloved hands. It's beautiful.
Attack.
Making it back too.
We're going to get a nice hard cookie shell on this guy. And then, so when we fry it, it doesn't like completely explode. And it's ice cream, don't forget it. And we're going to put this in the hot oil. So we want a nice little thick kind of cookie coating.
Forever 21 is bankrupt again. This time it could officially be over.
2 more times.
Yeah, I remember that.
In 1906, Los Angeles, they claimed they invented hot fudge sauce at C.C. Brown's. I don't know. Who really knows? But we're going to make our hot fudge sauce. So we've got our cream, like 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. We're going to put some sugar into this as well. We've got some cocoa powder, some butter, 4 tablespoons of butter. Plop that on in here. And every mom's favorite, corn syrup. 2 tablespoons worth. If you don't want to add corn syrup, you probably don't have to. I think what corn syrup's going to do to this mixture here is kind of add that nice kind of gloss and shine that we know and love. We're going to mix this up. We're going to heat it up. And then after the butter's melted, after it's kind of thickened and coagulated, So we'll add in our chocolate chips, about 4 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And we're going to add a little bit of vanilla extract as well. My favorite scent. My signature scent. So,
Vanilla.
off, let the chocolate melt. A little bit of salt right in too. Oh, it smells really good too. Hot fudge sauce is done. Oh man, this is so good. It's glossy, it's delicious, it's chocolatey as hell. It's perfect. So I highly recommend for this recipe, and the funnel cake and the hot fudge sauce, you're going to want to get some sweetening bottles. Now we're going to cookie crumb our ice cream bowl again. So I'm going to put some egg on it this time, and we're going to coat it again a second time. You could 100% just eat your eggs right now with a fork or whatever, or a whisk, but I'm going to do this because it just comes out so much smoother. Oh, look at our ice cream balls. They are looking really good. I mean, you could eat this as it is. If you have to fry this, frying it is so much better. The egg into the crumbolino. Again, into the egg. And crumbolino. And fried ice cream also, like I said, they think it was invented at the World's Fair in like 1893 or something, which also happens to be where the ice cream sundae was invented, which is kind of cool. So obviously, hot fudge sauce and fried ice cream and funnel cake, World's Fair, all kind of serendipitously go together. Okay, we're walking in. Let's put this in the freezer again. On to funnel cake. Funnel cake is just what it sounds like. Fun. So the thing about funnel cake is it's a really easy batter. I think a lot of people use pancake batter when they're making it, which I've seen, which you can do whatever. We're not doing that. We're going to make a little batter here. And it's basically just flour, sugar, granulated sugar, some cardamom, again with the cardamom, baking powder, and salt. So put those right on in there. And then we're going to whisk our eggs. 2 eggs, a little bit of milk.
They brought Conor McGregor to the White House.
Churros in Mexico are something you eat kind of like a snack, but at any time of day. It could be at breakfast, in the afternoon, in the evening. I don't think there's a right or wrong time. I am a person. I'm the chef founder of a donut shop called Fan Donuts, and I also own a company dedicated to Mexican sweets called La Neotina, and I'm going to show you how to make churros. To get started, we're going to have some water and some Mexican cinnamon. Mexican cinnamon is kind of soft and some more floral. All you're trying to do is infuse some of that beautiful and delicious cinnamon into the water, and we're going to reduce it until we have about 2 cups. So churros are very popular in Mexico, where I'm from, but they arrived to Mexico from the Spaniards. Now in Spain, they're very different. Most places in Spain, for example, just have water and flour. That's it. But some people say it's actually, has like a Moorish origin. But I'm going to make this version that I learned when I was traveling around Mexico doing research for my cookbook. All right, so this seems to be about ready. So we're going to take it off the heat and we're going to strain it. And you need about 2 cups. So if you have a little bit less, don't worry about it. Just add a little bit more water. After you strain it, you're going to put it back in your pot. And we're going to put the butter. And then it's going to add a little bit of salt. And we're going to bring this to a boil. You want to just stir it, make sure all of the butter is dissolved. All right, so I'm going to turn this down. Add this all-purpose flour, all